another edition of Bystanders at News 10 on Flip TV. Michael Adekunle is here with you to dish out the stories we have on today's dealings. All right, good morning to the viewers across the globe. Good morning to the reviewers as well. We appreciate you for always joining this program. Bystanders at News 10, your number one super review program on Flip TV. We are here once again. All right, Tinubu and his antagonists, Obi, Atiku, APN, we resume their hearing at the Supreme Court today. That's the battle for presidency, and let's see how this will go. All right, we have the Vanguard newspaper right here, and the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Let's quickly see what the Vanguard is saying. Presidential tussle. On presidential tussle, anxiety as Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, APM resume battle at Supreme Court. Anxiety as Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, APM resume battle at Supreme Court. Another quick information: the third mainland bridge has been reopened by the federal government after repairs. And we have it here on the front page of this same paper that, federal government reopens third mainland bridge after repairs. Federal government reopens third mainland bridge after repairs. I think a motorist can now apply that bridge. Is that now, right? Yeah. Are you aware that the bridge has been reopened? The third mainland bridge. So motorists plying that axis can now go about their normal activities.
They have been diverting through Western Avenue, towards Island.
All right, high cost of borrowing. Federal government targets domestic market to fund 9.05 trillion naira budget deficit. Pandef, MBF slam Gumi orders over campaign of calumny against Wiki. We have another story here. Reports of attempt on my life false, says Yaya Bello. That's the governor of Kogi State. Moving on to another story on the front page of this paper. Plateau. Appeal Court sacks Senate minority leader. Appeal Court sacks Senate minority leader. Nwa Dokun. Okay. Nwa Dokun. Thank you so much. All right, quickly to Nigerian Tribune. All right, exchange rates. Industries battle for survival as Nigerians suffer losses. Industries battle for survival as Nigerians suffer losses. We have Atiku's team displaying documents signed on Saturday by Lagos Court apart from his affidavit. Atiku's team displays documents signed on Saturday by Lagos courts apart from his affidavits. Odua Foundation to launch defined projects to boost education in Southwest, and down the paper we have contractors oppose federal government's order to return to site without payment review. Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ogun gives traders at Kara other road setback 21 days to quit. Ogun gives traders at Kara other road setbacks 21 days to quit. Appeal Court sacks Senate minority leader, others rerun. Customs lose officer as Boko Haram attacks Yobe facility. And moving down to the procurement of the SUVs for the lawmakers, we have National Assembly sued over purchase of 360 SUVs valued at 57.6 billion naira. All right, we have our reviewers here, and they are ready to talk about topical discussions we have on papers this morning. Quickly to the comment section. Let me acknowledge the presence of some of our viewers watching us right now. Okay, King Jogba, good morning to you, Mike, and everyone here watching from Budapest. And we have Samson Moses saying good morning to us. And saying good morning to you, Samson Moses. Lillian Pascal, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Spain. We appreciate you, Lillian Pascal. Robert Uche, good morning. Amichi Wachuku, thank you so much for joining us. Andrew Ogunjimi, thank you so much. Amichi, okay, trusting Nigerian judiciary at your own risk. Thank you. Lillian, thank you so much. Taiwo Odulade, we appreciate you. Global Initiative, thank you so much. King Henry, good morning to you.
King Henry, good morning to you.
And Abu Africa Mosiah. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone watching us right now across the globe. It's the 23rd of October 2023.
And you can see we stopped so late. We started so late. I was waiting and waiting before I went to Odero to buy my this thing. Then on my way back, still I found out you are not around. I was even thinking you won't come because you should have been on drip. But when I saw you with your oral this thing, what they call it? Where is it? Okay.
All right.
So I say maybe you will bounce back so that we, the program should stay.
You just have to do it.
So what happened is that we are thanking and appreciating our highly esteemed viewers. We appreciate King Henry. We appreciate King Joe Ogba from Ogba. He's an Abeba man from southeastern Nigeria. We appreciate Akim Olasuko. We appreciate Shishim Bono, Mommy Kechi, Mommy America. We appreciate Adedeji. Adedeji, yeah. We appreciate Taiwo Odunlade. He has been a punctual, a frequent viewer. We appreciate people like Teresa Agu. We appreciate Sas, Mr. Charles, Mr. Sas, Stop and Chop. We appreciate Julius from UK. We appreciate Charles Omo Odudua. Have you forgotten that one?
Okay.
Charles Omo Odudua now.
Okay, I still remember.
That lives in Canada.
Okay.
You don't forget it.
All right.
We appreciate you guys.
We have many viewers.
We appreciate you guys. Lucky from America, Lucky from Europe.
Andrew Gunjimi,
we appreciate John Onochie. We appreciate
all right,
Kanu Abuwa.
Raphael, let's quickly move to
let's just appreciate
what we
them.
have.
Thank you.
The battle for presidency commences today at the Supreme Court.
Yeah, Supreme Court, yeah. Today is
23rd.
23rd,
yeah.
And they are going to Supreme Court today. They tendered the whole documents from Atiku to Supreme Court, and hopefully, previously we anticipated those documents could be accepted, and actually they accepted it. So it starts today, the presidential tussle in the House of what? Judiciary.
Now, how do you think this will go? Raphael,
yeah.
What do you expect to come out of this hearing today?
From Supreme Court,
yeah.
I believe that they have dropped the judges, number of judges to 10. So there are 10 judges this time around. No, they might increase it, David, but all I know is that previous one, they keep on stockpiling and piling up judges. Many judges, many lawyers. But at the end of the day, justice thwarted. So what I'm even after is let the judges give Nigeria justice. It's not about piling and massing up judges to decide a case that is too obvious to an Akara woman. Is a street ocean, motor parked house, a case that is too open to the common man that justice should be done. We don't need any soothsayer or fortune teller to come and ask his ancestors to tell us who is culpable, who is guilty, who is not guilty, who is fallible to at least to be made known to the public, members of the public, that this person has what falsifies his document falsified his age, falsified his paternity identity. So this is the level that we've gone for some months now to find out that Nigerians are not getting justice from anywhere, from Nigerian court. So Supreme Court, as an apex, the tallest court, authority, department that can give Nigerians justice, all eyes are on Supreme Court, and it's being held today. I think understand the first hearing, the first, sitting is holding today, and the whole world, everybody, not only Nigerians, UK, Britain, everybody is very, very much interested to know what is going to come out. Mike, let me tell you, what I read yesterday, someone sent it to my phone that the BBC news, the whole world read online that Tinubu did not forge certificate, that they have investigated it. I think you even told me it was forged. Forged certificate.
No,
forged.
I never said.
BBC breaking news. They forged it.
I never said it was forged, though. No, you said. I think you told me.
The BBC. See, listen. No, you didn't say it was forged. But
I
you
read
mentioned.
I read
you read it, and I told you it's
to
from
you.
fake.
You
Somebody
said
send them
it's fake.
to me.
Let's make it clear.
Thank you. Somebody
Send
it to me. Say
different persons
he
watching.
said tap it. I tap it. I saw names that are behind that claims. Later, the guy said, Ralph, these people.
I read it to you that
Thank
BBC
you. Yes.
said that.
They are not the one.
No.
They are not the one.
No, I didn't say so.
No, I did not say you said. I said from my own
BBC
research.
is just taking its own stand
On that.
Yes, that the certificate is not a forged certificate. That's what I read.
No, what I read now
That the
is
information they gave was a genuine information.
No.
The analysis they gave.
No. That BBC breaking news is fake. I saw it online. The people that are behind that fake breaking news from BBC, we saw their name. See, let me tell you, there are many Googles, Googling tools, Wikipedia, some useless, stupid politicians in Nigeria are responsible for that. BBC can never come and fault what Chicago State University has authenticated. They are the one that brought out that claim. They are the one that brought the reality, the clarified document that Tinubu did not go there. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu was F, is a female. BBC will never have any effrontery or prerogative to attack Chicago University claim. No, it's not BBC. I tap it. I went through. As now our is one of our viewers said it. I follow it up. How could Atiku went far and discovered the facts in the Chicago University? The Chicago authority was aware. They went through court. They brought it up. It's now BBC that will say no. I've never had something like this in the recent time.
I think I need to read it again
I'm
for you to
telling you.
understand what I was saying
reading
that
it
day.
out anyways. Wasting of
We
time.
received a number of complaints on our investigative report on the authenticity of Nigerian President Bola Tinubu attending and graduating from Chicago State University.
He did not.
Are you getting me now, sir?
I did not.
Now
the same
and the
claim
first
I read
allegation
now.
concerning the certificate is submitted to the Nigerian electoral body
That one is
before the
419.
presidential election in 2023.
Yes.
Thank you for taking your time to write us. We regret that you are unhappy with our findings on this matter. That's what BBC.
Thank you so much.
We have looked into this over again, and the BBC has not seen any evidence that the certificate is in any way forged. In any way forged.
Thank you so much. Have you finished?
That's what we have again contacted. Wait, Raphael.
This is written by somebody. I'm telling you that they are fake. BBC distance themselves from this. You don't understand? I'm not accusing you. I'm telling you that this thing you are reading is fake. If you are reading this thing now, why do we have advanced fee fraud? Advanced fee fraud can forge accurate documents from CBN and collected money from their unsuspecting or what? Their gullible clients. And that document seems original. And yet, CBN debunk it. And if you go to CBN, nothing like that. This thing you read here is fake. I'm telling you now, somebody said that I see it. The BBC original claim that they distance themselves from this. That this is not from BBC.
Where did you get your information?
Oh God, listen and listen good. Somebody from one of our viewers, and I told you earlier that I went to Google. It is a fake news. You will see it on Google. You see original, you see fake. Okay, BBC was the most popular radio, international radio broadcast all over the world. In 80s, when I was secondary school, I know where I took my radio antenna on top of our trees in our compound. I listen to Voice of Nigeria, VON, Mani Onumon, my namesake, Mani Onumon from Delta. I listen to VOA, Voice of America. I become friend to Teresa Erickson, one of the editor within VOA in 1990. He sent me American constitutional pamphlets. I read it, American Constitution, how it was written what? By 55 men in 17 during French Revolution, 1786, 89. Anybody can check it on Google. That was American Constitution written 200 and something years ago by 55 men in Philadelphia. Ask your Google, where was American Constitution was written? I mean, see, anything, media, radio, everything, I'm so special. See, in 1970s,
justice will be served.
Oga, let us believe that BBC breaking news is fake. That is what we are arguing. And I did not accuse you, say you are the one that brought it here because it is in my listing already. I saw it. People are just saying, hey, wait, BBC. They started tackling BBC that Britain is evil. They said BBC is evil now. BBC breaking news on Tinubu's forgery certificate is fake. They are not the one. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you go again now, you will see many write-up on Google about this Tinubu issue. So forget that is 419.
They are in the Supreme Court.
Okay, let me tell you, what I'm trying to tell the whole world is that Nigerian courts can do anything. Presidency office in Nigeria, which is Asorok, can come out with anything. And listen to me. Don't expect anything good from Nigerian politicians. I'm saying it. Okay, somebody might present a NPC now, telling you that I'm now Minister of Petroleum. We want to sell NPC so that they will do well, so that our refinery will be working. At the back, that person will go and buy an NPC. These are the type of politicians we have in Nigeria. And we are matured enough to believe these people. I don't believe anything. If you believe what Supreme Court they are telling you today, you can believe any gullible story, any story that is so fairy stories.
Now away from that.
So I don't believe in Supreme Court. What I believe is that day, whatever God brings on our table, we will eat it.
Whatever God brings.
Whatever I present on the table as Supreme Court judges, how they delivered it, we will assimilate it and digest it. Everybody will go home.
So you
can't do anything.
It means you don't have hope in the judiciary.
I can never hope. Wow, who am I to hope on the judiciary? Am I a foolish man? If I begin to hope on Nigerian judiciary, I can't see me this morning.
You just said that whatever they bring to the table, you eat it.
We will eat it. And
definitely, you are giving.
I can't take gun and go and fight. I'm fighting for my freedom in the southeast.
It simply means you are giving up already.
Listen, I'm not giving up. I'm trying my best for Igbo man.
If you could say,
I'm doing my best for
whatever
Igbo
they
man.
bring on the table, you eat.
Because it's Nigeria. I don't have to even pray for Nigeria. Like I pray for Nigerians. I pray for Biafrans. I pray for friends, family members, loved ones. What are you saying? That is me. I can never come and say, God, this Nigeria. No.
Okay, if you are giving up on this issue,
Supreme Court
PDP is saying
ruling
that
is nonsense.
is saying
Because
that
the CGN has already failed us at the appeal court of Presidential Tribunal.
Look at it here. We have confidence in Supreme Court.
Jesus Christ, not to dream. PDP thought. Now PDP says so. Because they have accepted the documents so far from Atiku. That's why PDP is growing, adding more 9 inches to their former heights. Their shoulder is up, Abi, because Supreme Court has accepted it. Knowing fully well that Ariwola, Abi, what is that his name? CGN, Ariwola, Abi, is there. Abi, let me tell you, they never watch film. The only person that can save Nigeria is God, and the saving Nigeria because of Nigerians. But that platform Nigeria is a platform that is laid under the foundation of darkness at Lokoja by Florence Lugard and her husband. It's a name that is, full of, swallowed by darkness, powers of darkness. It's not a good country. It's not a place to stay.
Right,
Nigeria is the worst country in the world. Who am I to believe in spring cup?
Away from that, let's move to another story.
Okay, now let's go on now.
A few weeks ago, motorists, or let me say Nigerians, cried out over the deplorable state of
road,
Third Mainland Bridge, which the federal government moved to repair the bridge last week, and presently it has been reopened. I think this should be part of the project of the Minister for Works.
That's David Omai.
About 217 billion naira was rolled out to repair roads in Nigeria, which Third Mainland Bridge was also part of it. Now, would you call this a very, speedy move on the side of federal government repairing that bridge?
Yeah, thank you, Mike. The Third Mainland Bridge, aka Babangida Boulevard, it was a gift from the military administration of Babangida, and we all in the southwest will appreciate it because that's the only link, the only true way, easiest way from the what do you call it, hinterland to the island,
mainland to the
island. That's hinterland to the island. So let me tell you, over the years, we discovered that the bridge is shaking. It is over 30-something years now. I didn't understand. Over 30-something, because I think it was delivered by Babangida in 1991. They commissioned it early 90s, earliest 90s, Third Mainland Bridge. So it's 30-something years now. It must be or have been growing frail, feeble, weak by this time around. So the only issue is to revamp it. It needs thorough overhauling. So they should revamp it. They should renovate it. And this is I give nobody credit. It should be done to Nigerian masses. It should be done. Government are there. Money has been budgeted for Ministry of Works. Who am I to come here and singing praises that what Nigerians deserve are given to them? It is not just like you giving me my human rights. Can you achieve my human rights? It is my right to enjoy the benefit of social infrastructures and amenities in Anambra State. Because my brothers, my fathers, and my uncles, they are paying their taxes. Are you listening to me? Likewise, Lagosians, Yoruba Igbo, Ibibi Orobo. Are you listening to me? They are paying their tithes, their taxes. Where? Are you listening to me? Federal and the state, up to state level. So if anybody is repairing Third Mainland Bridge, Mike, that is what it should be. I don't praise anybody that is giving me my human rights. Nobody can touch me my property. Third Mainland Bridge revamping generally is accepted. Federal government, if they failure to do that, Atlantic Ocean is going to swallow that place one day. Even if there is an ocean floor earthquake, I don't know whether to understand. If ocean floor earthquake happen, like as in tsunami, in Ghana, the vibration from Ghana coast will reach Lagos State, and that Third Mainland Bridge will go down. Nigeria will start again expanding. If anybody is repairing Third Mainland Bridge, could that person take credit? Okay, to me, it's nothing. It is what should be done. Okay. It is what should be done. They are doing what is legal and needful.
Right,
I don't owe anybody any thanks.
Now you can please.
It is my right. Okay. It is your right.
They
should do it.
Let me quickly you appreciated this man.
Who?
King Joe.
Okay. King Joe
for sending prayers.
Yeah.
Mail box of Raphael and some other
prayers
some other reviewers.
Yes. Thank you, my brother King Joe. I appreciate you. I send the message. I deliver the message you send me to all my brothers, all of them. I send the message across to Mike and the rest of them. Thank you so much, even this guy and Charles. We appreciate you here. King Joe Oba is from the small London, the famous Igbo developed place after the war is Abreba. They are into good business. They are good people. We thank you. We appreciate you. Keep it up. We bless you.
All right,
God bless you.
Thank you
God
so much,
bless you.
King Yoba, for stretching, extending hands of love to the viewers on the platform. May God continue to bless you. Thank you so much. David, how you doing?
Good morning to you, Mr. Mike Adekule, the Senate President, always sending prayers to the co-senators, to their neighbors. Good morning to our esteemed viewers and good morning to everyone watching us around the globe. And good morning to the CEO of Flip TV, Mr. Abiodun Bugbolui. Good morning, see you. And good morning to the baddest of the baddest anchor, the street journalists in Nigeria. Always keeping it real with the Senate President in the street of Ogba.
David, I don't have strength for this.
Respect, Mr. Mike.
All right, thank you so much for coming on board, David.
Good morning, sir.
All right, quickly to what we have today. Atiku, Obi, Tinubu, and Supreme Court. What are your expectations?
My expectations are not far-fetched and it's simple. Now in Nigeria, everybody has right to approach the court if you feel you are aggrieved, if you are not satisfied with the conduct of the election. And then Atiku as a Nigerian has now approached the court, so he has every fundamental human right to go to the court. But it is only in Nigeria when probably if you win when the court rules in your favor, the judiciary, you see politicians coming to e-praises on the judiciary, saying the judiciary is the best in Nigeria. But if the same judiciary does not give verdicts, rule in favor of that Mr. A, he will not say it's a sad day for democracy in Nigeria. So I stand here to say that this outcome of Nigeria of Atiku and Obi, I don't expect anything. So whatever the Supreme Court rules, the board party should take it that way. Go to the drawing board, come to 27, and then work on the reasons why they lost. Not like yesterday, the former INEC chairman Jega has come out to say that it is enough is enough. The president should no longer be the one appointing the INEC chairman, and the CJN, Chief Justice of Nigeria. Those positions are too sensitive, and the president should always appoint someone. Indirectly, if the president appoints someone, are you not saying such person will not be loyal to the president? I am not saying they are loyal, but indirectly, you know how Nigeria institution works. You don't expect me, if you are the president and you appoint me to preside over INEC, don't you think indirectly I'll be loyal to you? So please, if there's a way the National Assembly can review that, the CJN and the INEC chairman should not be the appointment should not be made by the president, either by the Senate. The National Judicial Council can at least recommend to the Senate and let the Senate approve it. Same thing with the INEC chairman. The president should not interfere in it, because these positions are very sensitive. So for me as a Nigerian, I see that the Supreme Court has now increased the number of the judges to 10. Now that the same Supreme Court has said Atiku does not have evidence to lay allegation about Bola Ahmed Tinubu educational background. Now Atiku has come out openly. He addressed the world yesterday. He had a press conference yesterday. So let's see if the Supreme Court will accept those evidence, and then let's see what they rule out. So whatever outcome it is, we would always abide by it as a Nigerian.
All right, we have a message for you here. Amechi Wachuku. David, you said last they should come together to know why INEC manipulated the outcome overnight.
Say what?
They should come together to know why INEC manipulated the outcome overnight.
You see, one thing is INEC. I think the Atiku and Obi went to court, and one of the verdicts was those judges said Atiku Obi lawyers were not even matured. See, most of the evidence that were being brought in lacked substantial. There was this legal terms that was used to qualify it. I don't know the reason. I am not a lawyer, but one thing I will say is that now they've gone to appeal. Let them argue it. Supreme Court and then the court of law don't listen to hearsay. It is based on facts. It is based on evidence that has been evidence has been tendered before the court. So if you feel as a Nigerian, from my point of view, I know this election was being manipulated, but let the lawyers prove it to the court of law. Everybody has different reason. See,
beyond reasonable doubt.
I'm a layman, so let's Atiku and Obi prove it at the court so that the court can be confused. You saw yesterday the same court ruled that PDP minority leader yesterday in the Senate was sacked. Now the Labour Party guy proved the guy went to court and then proved him tendered so many evidence before the court, and that PDP minority guy was being sacked. So I think the best thing is for them to this Atiku lawyer and then Obi lawyer to sit back and say, what did we miss out at the appeal court?
Like we have it here by Taiwo Adunlade. Supreme Court is not a court of new evidence.
Supreme Court is not
a court of new evidence.
Says so wait now. What is trying to say is that see, those fresh allegations now will not be tendered. But one thing I want to say is that now, before you make see, I will cite Hakim and then Arotimi Amechi. Hakim won at the appeal, but see, the same evidence was being tendered at the Supreme Court. Amechi brought in evidence that was tendered. So indirectly, it has become a law. So lawyers will not cite it that this Mr. A versus Mr. B, new evidence was being tendered during this case. So that is what. So me, certainly, I don't know the reason why he's saying that. But one thing I say that these guys know what they are doing, and then they will always give evidence that okay, fine, this case versus this case, there were new, fresh evidence that was being admitted. So I think the Supreme Court in their own should at least accept those evidence, and then let's see the outcome of this evidence.
All right, now moving down to another story here. We have our industries, Nigerians battling for survival because of the exchange rate. As we speak, petrol is now sold for over 630 naira per litre in Abuja and some other states in the country. David, how can we survive this?
Mr. Mike, I think at this point the economy is really biting hard on every Nigerians, and the government itself, it's not doing enough to cushion the effect of this hardship in the land. That's what I've said. I told people kind of time. I said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he made a very big blunder. He made a very big blunder. I think that was last month or thereabout. For him to have gone to Egypt to borrow, to lend money, to borrow money, so that borrow I think $1.2 billion to put into forex. I quoted that move. That no sensible president, a president that claims he is an accountant, that claims he knows much about the economy, would make such move. I told some of his supporters here, even to me, even without being an economist, I cannot do that. You don't go extra mile to lend money, to borrow money. Borrowing money now, you now pay interest in the future. Now to put into something that is not certain. I'll show you that when you put the money into forex, it will crash down the price of dollars. It only crashed, dollar only crashed down for like 2 days. But I see after the 2 days, what has happened to Naira? Now Naira keep going every day. Now I think $1 is about 1,250. 250. Now, the president's economic team should tell the president. And then the president himself is too need to what? Assemble good economic team. For the fact you are an accountant does not make you a renowned economist. We are speaking about good economic team that will advise the president on what? On the economic policies. Not about parading bankers. See, for the fact you are a banker, banking job is quite different from what economic policies. As a banker, you can go out to look for customers just to generate sales to the banking firm. But when it comes to macro policies, he's talking about the nation. So the president at this point needs to look for economic team that are sound. And then one thing I always say is that why has the president refused to empower our local manufacturers? That is the only way we can beat this issue of dollar. We need to stop this dependency of always importing. It is really killing our economy. If that is not stopped, it means, Mr. Mike, we will stay here and propose solutions 100 years. We will pray to Jesus Christ, pray to Anobi, pray to Allah. Nothing will be done. If the current administration is not giving enabling environment to what just to help our local manufacturers so that we can always export. Let us, like Nigeria should not be only an oil-driven economy. The same thing that is Bola Ahmed predecessors has been doing. Since 1960, you've been boiling on oil. Look at our budget. Every of our budget benchmark is always on oil. What if we don't have oil? Can't we as a nation look elsewhere? That was what I thought Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have done differently. But see, it's so sad. Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't even know what he's doing. Because if he knows what he's doing, he will not go to Egypt and borrow money to crash dollar. It doesn't make sense. Yes.
All right, viewers, you can click on the link to contribute on the program. There's a link at the comment section which you can click to also contribute on this program. Thank you so much. And please join us on our sister channel as well, 50 Plus. You can also join us on Facebook Live. That's Flip TV NG at Flip TV NG on Facebook. Okay.
Now you said the present government has saved about 1.something trillion from the fuel subsidy removal from June till date. What has that money? Where has that money been channeled to? Why don't you as a government invest that money into our economy, inject that money into our economy to help the local manufacturers? That is the only solution to it. Because aside from this, Nigeria is we as a nation are too dependent on what importation of goods, and it is not helping our economy.
All right, thank you so much, David. Let's give another person
Thank
chance
you
to talk. Thank you so much. How can you appreciate the king?
Mr. Kindoro, but thank you. We saw the prayers that have been sent to our neighbor.
All right,
Thank you, Mr. Mike.
You're welcome, my Charles. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
How you doing?
King J. Ogba.
All right, we have a
King J. Ogba. God bless you.
All right, you can let the call in. Let it call in.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mike.
Right.
Good morning, Charles.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mike. Yeah, good morning, Charles. Hope you can hear me
Good morning,
perfectly.
sir.
Yeah. Mr. Mike, I want to
Thank
ask
you
a
very much, sir.
question.
Good morning, sir.
Why is BBC so desperate in this Tinubu's certificate signing? What's their point of interest? What is their interest in this issue? I want to know. There are CNN, there are VOA, there are Fox News, there are NBC, there are every other news around the world. Why is BBC so desperate in this case? What's their interest in this case? I want to know. Don't come up with gibberish and concocted news to sell to the world. Okay? I can categorically tell you that these people that are doing this thing in the name of BBC, they are not BBC. These people are just quack journalists, you know. It has been revealed that some of them works with the TVC before they left that station. And they are always concocting news to come and sell to us here. Now, the question remains, which all Nigerians are still asking. Yes, President President Bola Tinubu or Adekunle Tinubu, whatever he's asked is he's answering. We are not doubting whether he went to the CSU University in Chicago. Yes, he went to the school. He's a graduate. My question remains, if Tinubu went to the university in Chicago and acquired a degree and he has his certificate, which he affirmed in the London Chatham House in London, he stated it categorically that he has collected his men's certificate from the CSU. Good. Why then did Tinubu went ahead to submit a total different certificate to the INEC? Why, since he has his original certificate, why then did he went to submit a forged certificate to the INEC? This is the bone of contention here. This is perjury. This is forgery, which is punishable under the Nigerian law. You can even go to prison because of it. That is the point of issue. Nobody is doubting him. Concerning the dollar issue, honestly, I must tell you that the Naira will continue having a free fall until something is done drastically to stop it. But at this point, the true story remains that Tinubu and his allies, the bunch of incompetent people that he employed, they lack ideas. They don't have any iota of idea on how to quench this thing. I can tell you, go take me to the bank. Before December, dollar might reach 1,500 naira per dollar. Naira might reach 1,500 per dollar, if not more. That is it. To quench this thing, Mr. Matthew is the only person that is always coming to this platform to proffer solution. You cannot have a country where you don't produce anything. You are only based on consumption, and you are trying to flow the Naira. It cannot work. You know, Peter Obi always comes with this slogan: moving Nigeria from consumption to a production country. That is the only solution. If you don't have anything to produce, absolutely, your Naira, your currency will continue dwindling. Now, it's the market value. You don't have that power to control your currency. It's the market. It's the market factor that controls your currency. That is where this problem lies. Nigeria as a country now, they don't have anything. They don't have any right to control their currency. That is the truth, because they don't have anything to put forward to defend it. They are defenseless, just like a football team that don't have a defense. You see people scoring goals anyhow from any angle. They will score goals from any angle. This is what is happening to Nigerian Naira at the moment, and there's no cure. Nigeria's economy is epileptic, and there is no cure inside. The country is a goner as it stands right now. Thank you, Mr. Mike, and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your contribution.
Yes, have you?
Yeah,
Chimu,
you listened to what Udeze talked.
Yes.
I think the government really needs to do something about this fall of Naira against the dollar. It's really affecting the economy as we speak.
Not affected. It has affected almost all Nigerian economy. How much is a dollar this morning? 1,119 naira, right?
Yeah.
So definitely that is the kind of regime and the system where we have found ourselves. The kind of government we are in, the APC government itself is a blunted failure to themselves, not even to Nigeria, but they have failed themselves, because in the next 4 years, I don't think that anybody will be listening to them anymore because Nigerians are tired. A country whereby a lot of Nigerians are suffering, not even smiling again. They are no more happy again. Dollar. If you cannot be able to put things in order, like protection of a lot of things that can be able to put, match with some certain productivities and the consumption we're having in Nigeria, I don't think most of these things will work. Mr. Udeze, I've just said it all. The country is in a total mess because sometimes I keep on coming to this place. What I normally say to myself is that, what I normally say to this platform is that, Tinubu doesn't have expert people that can give him what I call a needed and important, a valid advice that will be able to move his government forward. But why is it that you are there? Are you, most of this, are they really watching most of these things? Are they actually in this country, watching what is going on in this country? How much is $1? And you are there watching. You are there enjoying yourself. You see, it's a total act of humanity that you can even tell yourself as a senator that you want to buy an SUVR car when you know that people you are governing are there lavishing in poverty. People are there suffering. What value will you be able to place yourself tomorrow so that at least whenever you leave that place, people will always remember you for the good things you have done when you're there? So what kind of government are we running? We're running a system of government whereby most of these people, I told somebody this one that I don't think Africa entirely can even function with a democratic system of government. We are not ready for democracy in Africa entirely, mostly Nigeria. So why are we disturbing ourselves? Why are we disturbing ourselves? Why are we disturbing ourselves that want to practice democracy when we know that the system is quite bigger than Nigerians here? Are you getting me? So we should be able to know that the value of democracy. Okay, sorry, I'm not trying to deviate from your question, but it's a random something. Police now are trying to stop most of these people, Benue people, from doing what? Protesting. That whenever they are caught protesting, somebody will be arrested there. Now you ask yourself, is it the kind of democracy we are in? In a Western world, even this protest we are talking about is part of the ingredients of democracy. It's part of the democracy itself. But we are in a system of government whereby once you protest, they will compound your problem. At the end of the day, your family will be in soup, in a very big problem. But you look at even in the Western world, most of our brothers, Udeze, Tai was Stop and Chop, Mrs. Gadis, and others, a lot of them, they can confirm that if you go to most of this Western world, if you want to protest, the government will have to give you what I call security backup in order to help you, because this is part of the functions of democracy. But look at the people are there watching in Aso Rock. The dollar is on a high increase, moving, so Udeze said it now, and I'm very, very much happy. Before December, it's not even going to be only 1.5. Believe me, if it's not even up to 1,800 naira. That is why if you have somebody in abroad today,
You don't pray for that.
my brother, if you don't pray for that, they should do the needful. Do you want to tell them that you don't pray for that? Do you want to tell them that most of these people, they are not Christians? Are they not Muslims?
Because apparently they are affected.
You don't pray for that. Do you want to tell them that most of these people, they don't pray? Most of these politicians that found themselves in the House of Senate or different places. Do you want it? Are they not Muslims? Are they not Christians? They pray the way you pray, and they have the same hope you have. Why are they so wicked? Why are they so wicked, so heartless? Is it the kind of brotherhood they have found themselves in, or what? That you cannot, even the yearnings of the masses, the people that put you there, in the next 4 years now, they will still come back and crop on a floor that they needed to be voted for. It's not supposed to be like that. Are you getting me? Well, nobody seems to be happy anymore. Look at the face of Nigerians. Okay, let me give you an example now. If you should meet a Nigerian youth, sorry to say this, an average Nigerian youth, open up his wallet. An average Nigerian youth, open up his wallet. Do you know what you see there?
What will you see?
The best thing you will see in an average Nigerian youth is all this Babi Jebu, Bek Niger, stuff like that. But when you go to a Western world like that, all these, you see things, very, very important things in somebody's world.
I thought you wanted to say another thing.
No. So these are things that, Nigerians, what kind of government are we running?
We have Odunlade saying something here. I think Odunlade is a strong supporter of
Yeah, APC, yeah, very hardcore APC member.
and he has said that Charles, there is a new government and new leader with new team entirely. Let's give him some time. And this is what people have been, hitting hard on.
Mr.
Say, for how long we continue to give the president time? So this is the same way we gave Buhari time.
And the Buhari ruled for 8 years. Mr. Taiwo, good morning, sir. Nice man. God will bless you. God will bless you wherever you are. See, but the truth must be said. We are suffering in Nigeria, no? Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are not. Yes. Give him time, give him time. The much time has been given to him. A lot of time has been issued. Much time, we have not even, we're going to see the ground rolling. Nothing is there. They keep on, okay, let me give you an example. What kind of time do we need to give this young man? Let me give you an example now. The present EFCC chairman that was appointed said yesterday that he has about 25 governors in his blacklist. Are you getting me? Now
to investigate.
Investigate. Now you ask yourself this question. I said I cease to have confidence in this EFCC boss ever since Lou Ribadu left here. And Kule was trying to attack me. It is my personal opinion. And I stand and I'll continue to stand by that. Now, you said you have about 25 people in an EFCC as in governor that you need to investigate thoroughly. You ask yourself this question. The former EFCC chairman, he said, even the same former EFCC chairman, once said that most of these people that have a lot of cases to answer in the court of law, even the present Senate president has a case with NDDC. The same man, Akpabio, the same person is now the number 3 citizen in Nigeria here, being the Senate president. What kind of government are we running in? The same people you just even if these are things. Sometimes it's not by saying. Match your actions with your words. Match words with actions. Match it so that people will see. Yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is there appointing people. We have not seen any action yet. Nigerians are not happy. No average Nigerian, even if you give him anything on earth, no average Nigerian will come out here and tell you that he's very, very much happy with this regime. Nobody is smiling again. How much is the price of fuel now? How much is the dollar now? You just asked me the question now. How much is a dollar? Dollar is on a high increase, and it's not supposed to be like that. The essence of Nigerian currency, because this is our local currency, and it has been very, very much important to match most of this foreign currency.
All right, to contribute on the program, you can click on the link at the comment section. Yes, to contribute, you can click on that link. The call line is open. Please do us a favor by clicking on that link to contribute on the program. Thank you so much. Away from that, let's talk about what is happening today at the Supreme Court. Atiku, Obi, APM, and Tinubu. What I will ask you, what are your own expectations? Because I've asked some other reviewers their own expectations as regards the Supreme Court's hearing today.
Well, what every Nigerian and average Nigerian will expect is nothing less than justice. Justice should prevail in the Supreme Court, even when we know that there's nowhere you can find justice in Nigeria anymore. The justice we are praying for and the justice everybody is dangling for is very, very important, because the justice we have, Nigerian Constitution says that we should have about 21 justices in Nigeria. That's what Nigerian Constitution says. But at a point, it was reduced to 16, right? At a point, it was reduced to 11. At a point, one of them resigned or retired yesterday. Now, it's only 10 that is remaining. Now, we only have 10 justices in Nigeria. Are you getting me? Now, the 10 justices we have in Nigeria, we have about 36 states in Nigeria. Would they be able to foster justices or protest anything important to us here? But the answer to that is no. So what we are praying, what I am asking, praying that justice should be able to prevail in the Nigerian judiciary, so that, Nigerian judiciary is an independent body on its own. So they should always do things. These are people with a high level of educational background. So you should not allow somebody who did not even go to school, who has not even, all these politicians that you know that you can forget about the school, forget about the money they have. Somebody that can give you money today, you eat and forget tomorrow. You still have your knowledge within yourself. So what we are praying here is that justice should always prevail, and I pray that the right person that won this election should be given. If it is him being the president himself, being Ahmed Bola Tinubu that won, fine, no problem. Everything will continue. The same Nigerians, we cannot run away from our country.
Right.
If it is Obi, fine. If it is
Atiku,
that's no problem. So all we are praying is for justice to prevail. Thank you very much.
Quickly say appreciation.
No. My brother, you really try. God will bless you. God will bless all of you, Mr. King Joe Ogba. Thank you very much. May God continue to bless you. Thank you, sir.
All right, well, thank you so much, Matthew.
Mr. Mike Adekunle.
All right, Matthew, you're welcome. All right, quickly appreciate Joe Ogba for
Yes.
extending love to you.
And may God replenish your pocket in a million-fold.
All right,
Because it's more honorable to give than to receive. So it's more blessed when you give. The blessing is more from God. So, and it's not everybody that have that spirit of giving. So anybody that out of his widow might, not that he's been just willingly giving, I think is the best form of giving. So may God, in His infinite mercy, replenish your pocket in a million-fold.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, moving down to what we have on board. There is phobia out there as regards the court hearing today. Today, the Apex Court begins hearing on Obi, Atiku, Tinubu, and APM's case. Matthew, what do you expect?
I think what I expect is that it's going to take some time. Because don't forget that after Atiku tendered his evidences, the presidential legal team objected to admissibility of those evidence by the courts. So I think the first hurdle will be for the court to determine whether they will admit those evidence or not. Haven't decided ruled on that before they now dive into the substantive issue. So for me, I think it's going to take a couple of time. It's not something that will just. It's not going to be an event. It's going to be a chain of activities, a process. We are going to be sitting upon sitting before eventually they do away with all the arguments. Supreme Court will now fix a date for judgment.
Thank you so much. And we have PDP saying that they have confidence in the Supreme Court.
Everybody have rights. I think it's within their right to express their freedom of speech. But if you ask me as a person, I don't have confidence in Nigerian judicial system. Whether at the level of Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, even customary court, High Court, Industrial Court, I don't have confidence in them. Even in Code of Conduct Tribunal, I don't have confidence in them. Because if you look at what Senator Bukatiwa said, you lose confidence in Nigerian judiciary. For a senator, not serving anyway, to say that as a senator, while the wife was at the Court of Appeal, that he used his position to invade into the privacy of the wife, and the wife was always willing and ready to help his colleagues in their cases in court. Recently, he wanted to stop his prosecution, citing privilege, that as a senator he has a level of privilege regarding the statement he made. But the court told him, no, the statement you made went beyond your privilege. So if we could share such revelation, and up to now the case have not been concluded, I don't think it will encourage anybody to have confidence in Nigerian judicial system.
All right, quickly to another issue in the society now. I'm talking about the exchange rate, which has really affected activities. Presently, as we speak, some filling stations are shut down. Market prices in terms of foods and all other essential commodities are high, very, very high. Petrol pump price in Abuja, as we speak, it's over 630 naira, right? If I'm not mistaken. Companies are folding up. small scale enterprise or enterprises also are affected by the slide of naira as against the dollar. What do you think could be done at this point in time? You know, you made mention of government borrowing money from an Egypt bank to crash dollar, which you said will make no sense. And as we are seeing it now, it seems what you said really came to pass.
Mr. Let me tell you that
How can we get out
there
of
is
this
something
problem?
fundamentally wrong with our economy, and I don't think this government has solution to it. The reason is not far-fetched. This government, through Mr. President, when he went to the last UN General Assembly, did say that part of the reason they remove fuel subsidy on gasoline is to encourage investors to come into our economy. Don't get it twisted. Or the view that subsidy should go. But we begin to ask, why is it that investors are not coming into our economy in the oil and gas industry, even after subsidy removal on gasoline? That is one. Secondly, why is it that private investors, independent marketers are not importing the products even after subsidy removal on gasoline? Because those marketers are citing lack of access to forests. And I keep saying that the unification of Naira at the official window is at the heart of crisis of our economy currently. Even as the unification of Naira, the dollar at the official window is a good policy, but the timing is wrong. Just as a Buhari used a wrong time to implement TSA, the timing to implement this unification of Naira at the official window is wrong. Because one, we are not yet producing. You don't give what you don't have. For you to earn foreign exchange, you need to produce, export. What you sell will earn you dollar. That's foreign exchange. Currently, crude happens to be the major source of our foreign earning, and it's not sustainable. It's not enough. That is why government went to borrow $3 billion from Exim Bank from Egypt. And you see that, do you continue that trajectory? Even the one they borrowed, I don't know whether they already injected into the economy. Even if they do, it may not be sufficient to address the dollar obligation of our economy. So what do you now do as a country? I understand that if you look at the borrowing arrangement between 2026, local borrowing dominates it. But the argument is, the money you are freeing from subsidy removal on gasoline, premium motor spirit, what we commonly call fuel, why don't you urgently and heavily diversify it into other areas of human endeavor, like agriculture? If you are giving agriculture attention, there's medium term, there's immediate term, there's long term that can start producing, you can start exporting when you talk of the immediate term. There are crops that you can cultivate, all this grain, that within 6 months you can start cultivating, processing, and exporting. That is one. Then another one is solid mineral. I understand that like government is making conscious effort to revive agriculture still, but let us see and wait and see what that will talk. But I think it's a good move from what we are hearing. Actually, what we are hearing is true. Then again, all this area of mining solid mineral like gold, all these precious stones that foreigners come here and mine at the expense of the society, the environment, the economy. I think the federal government should step in and ensure that the same way oil is a national asset, both in principle and in practice. Let all this solid mineral actually be a national asset, both in principle and in practice. Then again, we should diversify into power generation, transmission, and distribution. Because that is the basis for production. If you want us to bring down the cost of production, definitely you must have sustainable power supply. Because most businesses, cost of running business go back to the source of power in their engines and all that. So for me, I think the government need to diversify the economy. The idea of giving money to the society, the vulnerable, I know it's entirely wrong, but it's not solving the problem. Well, as we speak today, Mr. Mike, government made us to believe that they have spent 185 billion because according to them, they gave 4 billion each to each states, which they say they should use to buy grain and distribute. Another 1 billion came in form of grain through CBN from federal government strategic reserve. So it's assumed that the vulnerable have already gotten about they have shared a grain worth of 185 billion. There was a man in Ogun State that raised alarm that they gave the community just a small bag of rice. Yeah. He was lamenting that he wanted to return to government. In Nasarawa, Adamawa also, you understand that some persons were arrested by GSS while they were trying to sell palliative. So the argument is, if the palliative and cash transfer is a challenge, why don't you invest this money into critical areas? If you are bringing vehicles that run on CNG, you say 1,000 is coming to Oba. People can do an appraisal and look at the buses on the street and know whether you are distributing them or not. But especially when you come, you tell us X amount have been given to people. Kaduna State governor raised that issue because federal government have said in the course of giving the cash transfer that BVN and NIM is a criteria. Kaduna State governor, who is even a APC governor, don't get it twisted anyway. It's not as if he's fighting the government at the center. He said about 75% of the poor in his state do not have access to banking system. If you not give her this money through banking system, it means you may likely give it through proceedings to those people. So who tell you that it will get to the recipients? So for me, I think that unification of Naira at the future window, the timing is wrong. If you look at Bakers Association of Nigeria, they cited that they want to increase their product with about 15%. And the reason is not far-fetched because they leverage on imported raw material to bake bread, to bake meat pie, egg roll, and all that. If the cost of importing those things have increased, definitely it will impact on their products. But if Naira was not yet unified at the official window and they were getting dollar through that window at government regulated price, you can equally keep the price of goods and services, particularly the ones that depend on imported raw material at affordable rates. Then, as you are doing that, you are diversifying the economy through the money you are saving for subsidy on gasoline. When we start exporting and earning more foreign exchange, you now go back to that window and unify it. So I don't know why government is still, because government have promised for now that as going concern, they may look at that policy again. But I think this is the right time to look at it again.
All right, moving on to another one on the issue of the SUV of the lawmakers, or for the lawmakers, sorry. You have about 57.6 billion naira for the procurement of this SUV for about 360 lawmakers. And Sirap has dragged the rep to court, concerning this issue. Is that a good move?
I got my heart for Sirap. If we have like up to 4-5 organizations like Sirap in Nigeria, I think it will be a better society. Because they do like the last man standing. For me, Innocent Motor is there. They should go to Innocent Motor, liaise with Innocent Motor, and produce vehicle for them. One, the forest you are saying is scarce. You want to take it to automobile outside the country to go and buy. Why don't you leverage on automobile company in Nigeria and save that resources, that forest, and use it in order to intervene in other areas of human endeavor? So for me, we may not have our way to stop it, but we have our way to condemn it. It's wrong.
All right, the Third Mainland Bridge has been reopened. I think you can now apply that axis. You can apply the road. Are you ready?
No, it's a local development. That the argument is, somebody was asking me the other day, can we have a democratically elected government to build a similar bridge in Nigeria? We begin to wonder. That bridge was built under IBB. Does it mean we do not have resources again? And we are earning more money now. So for me, it's a good thing that be open. But I think that bridge is being overstretched. I think we need another bridge. There was a proposal of such. But I don't think because of the money involved and what it takes to execute such project, I don't know what is delaying it. But Umahi, I think this is like a litmus test. Because everybody believes that he performed well as a governor in Ebonyi State, particularly in terms of infrastructure. And the reason may not be far-fetched because of his background as an engineer, from construction, engineering, for that matter. So I think he should not, people who believe that he had the capacity to deliver, he should not disappoint them.
Thank you so much, Matthew.
I know he wants to counter. Let me give him time so that he have enough time.
Mr. Martin, Mr.
No, let
Matthew,
me.
no, I have a question for you. Please include this into my time.
All right.
Mr. Matthew, you cannot be speaking with both sides of your mouth. I have a very important question for you. I listened to you when you said that the government should encourage local production, but they shouldn't amplify the forex. Now, my question to you is, if you have a subsidized dollar, all right, this is what we have been practicing since the years of Babangida, right? In a situation where you have subsidized dollar, how do you ever think local production would survive cheap importation substitute products? How do you think local production will thrive in a situation where you have a cheaper dollar and trader will simply go to China to import a cheaper substitute of a local production because he has access to cheaper dollar?
Can I respond?
Yes, please.
Now, you said you listened to me, but you didn't listen very well.
I did.
Because I can remember saying,
I did.
and viewers will attest to this, I can remember saying that this is not the right time to unify dollar at that window.
Why?
That there is a better time, that the best time to unify is now. Suspend it. The money we are saving from removal of subsidy on gasoline, urgently and heavily and quickly diversify it into other areas of production. Once that earning, producing, and exporting, you cannot go back and unify that night. I can remember saying that.
Okay.
Unify that
Do you
night.
think?
I
Do
can
you
remember
think?
saying
Do
that.
you think not?
Then to answer your question in another way,
Wait, hold on. Do you think not unifying the naira comes cheap, or do you think it's for free? Do you think? Don't you know that for every production that the government produces, for every barrel, a chunk amount of money goes to defending the naira against the dollar? Don't you know that is also an expense on the government part? Because you said that for every dollar we save from subsidy, they should reinvest it into other, forms of production, and also the dollar should be pegged. Now, I want to tell you that defending the dollar comes at a
you are telling
cost.
me you're asking question.
Yes, it's a question. The question is
You ask, allow me to respond
defending
now.
the dollar
Court to give the best judgment on this case. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we are live. We are live.
It's not.
We're live.
Okay.
We are live.
Okay.
We are live. Don't worry.
Well, for the Supreme Court case, let's see what's going to happen. But I'm aware that so many of the judges are trying to stay back. I think we're supposed to have about 15 judges, but about 4 or 5 of them said they are not going to partake in this, in this ruling. So I mean, this is a very dicey case because the democracy of this nation really relies in the hands of the few, just 10 justices as we are, and I mean they must get it right. What we are seeing in Nigeria today is so many opposition parties are engaging in what we call contempt of court. Yesterday, the media group of Atiku went to the national TVs to say all sort of, uncalled for statement. They issued some statement like Tinubu is a forger and the likes. When a court of this country has not given that ruling, they are trying to give, they're just trying to pass this bias to the people, to the public, and I think that is, to me, I think that's prejudice, all right? Because your case is in the Supreme Court. Why do you still have to keep going to the national TV to say that Tinubu is a forger? It should prove that the secondary school certificate he used to gain admission and the likes, what have you, I mean, it's uncalled for.
I don't think they're trying to put pressure.
No. That is contempt of court. You already have your evidences at hand. You have your new evidences, but you going out there trying to rile sentiment, trying to call Tinubu you cannot call Tinubu a certificate forger until the court says that. It just mean like imagine me calling someone a thief when no court in this country has indicted him.
The court itself cannot.
That's
the court
libel.
Itself cannot say that until the school.
You understand?
The school authority.
That is libel.
Explain that result.
I don't know if you get what I mean. That is libel. That is cheap blackmail, and that is contempt of law. But you see, Nigeria that we have, everything goes. Yesterday, ordinarily, if you are in a Senate climb, they would have just arrested those media guys. I mean, what are you looking for? Your case is in court. How dare you come to national TV and say that the man is a certificate forger when no court at any level has ever for once said that Tinubu is a forger? Because it is libel, it is tantamount to you, doing contempt against the court. That means if at the end of the day, if the judges say that there is no case, what you have passed initially is more or less like you prejudging the situation, and people will now like, but these people said that this man is a certificate forger and the likes and the likes.
Don't you think they were kind of afraid?
No, listen, there's a way you have to coin your words. You saying that Tinubu has so many baggages that the court of law needs to clarify is a very good word to use. But you saying that you have concluded. You concluded that certificate, the man in the seat of power forged a certificate. Okay? You said that the man in the seat of power used a forged certificate to gain admission into Chicago. Was that even in your own, in your own case? That was never why you went to Chicago State University. You went to Chicago State University to confirm if the man actually attended the school. You were told he did. You were told diploma certificate in America is ceremonial. But at the end of the day, from your own conclusion, you said that the man is a certificate forger. You are propagating that, concocting such lies, so that at the end of the day, if the judges now say that no, people will stand up and say, but this man is no, come on. Until a court of competence issue a statement that this person is a thief, before you have the right to call him a thief.
Now we have a breaking news on this. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeal filed by Atiku Abubakar challenging the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A 7-member panel of the Apex Court reserved judgment after parties in the appeal adopted their respective briefs of arguments on Monday. This is just a breaking. The Supreme Court reserves judgment in Atiku's appeal against.
They want to have a review of whatever Atiku have submitted. They want to take a look at it, and I think that's the way to go. That's the way to go. This is how it should be in a Senate trial. This is how it should be. Take your case to the Supreme Court. Don't go about pontificating, expected outcomes. Because when you are calling someone a certificate forger, you already have your preset result, and then at the end of the day, if the court says otherwise, you start crying foul and the likes. For them to suspend or postpone it, I think that's the normal process. So for now, we need to be patient. Let us see what's going to happen.
All right, we have Damian saying this to you. Niyi, the SSN says female, not male. The SSN says SSN.
No, I put it to Damian or SARS to please provide a link. Provide a link on where he got that SSN. The SSN has been verified by the Homeland Security that belongs to a male, and it is Bola A. Tinubu, and that was issued in Virginia.
Even
now I need it.
Nikki Great, one of the
I need him.
viewers.
Damian Osas, who are purporting, who are concocting and propagating stupid lies. Yes. I dare you now. I dare you now. I dare you if you know that your name is Damian Osas. I dare you if you know that your name is Damian Osas. Post the link. Homeland Security, which is the agency in charge of all this verification of SSN and all that, they verified the SSN, and it brought out that was it was issued to a male, Bola A. Tinubu.
I said, even
I dare you, Damian Osas, don't come here and start propagating cheap lies. Don't come here and start propagating cheap lies. People like this are just. Listen, I'm not taking it personal, but the truth is, you don't come here. We are intelligent. Don't play on my intelligence. If you know, say the thing are female, provide the link. Let me go
and you have said it here now that where can he send it to?
Send it on the chat platform there. Send it to the chat platform. Send it now as it is. I can access it. I will read it. There's no issue. Send it that link that shows that the Homeland Security verified it and they found out it was female. People are just propagating what they want to hear. I've listened to so many PDP propagandists.
Just make una tell you, make you go read the position very well.
You go read it.
The position. All this position got to do with the SSN we are talking about. I will not deny the fact that there was a mistake in one of probably the transcripts where they wrote female. All right, but in the admission letter itself, it was clearly written a male. Mr. But they will not talk about that.
You are the one defending.
You see that part? That was when the journey of this man started in that school. They gave him the admission letter of Mr. But when they wanted to issue a result, mistake was there. They wrote F. But people will not talk about the admission. All right?
Like Chima Udeze said, before we got to this point.
I'm still waiting for the link for that SSN or Damian Osas. Otherwise, I will show you Shaggy.
Chima Udeze said he never said Tinubu didn't go to school. And Atiku never said Tinubu didn't go to school or didn't graduate from Chicago State University. So the question here, or the clause here is that his certificate he tendered, the document he tendered to INEC is different. Forged.
Okay, is that what the Atiku media aides were talking about yesterday? Atiku media aides yesterday addressed the TV. They said, Tinubu got into Chicago State University with a forged Oluwole SSC certificate. You can see how they are just going here and there. They are confused. The point is, this man did he go to school?
Why are you defending
this school? Told you that. And when it comes to certification, the most important thing to them is transcript.
Ray, did the certificates paraded by Tinubu emanate from Chicago State University, Mr. Niyi?
Let me tell you, there's a man they called Professor Perogi. Professor Perogi studies, he teaches in diaspora, and I think he has an affiliation with Chicago University for over 20 years. Professor Perogi said that in Chicago State University, and in fact every other university in America, Diplomas are ceremonial. People print. Important thing is your transcript. Now, what Atiku should have gone to America to ask is Chicago State University, who are your verified third party vendors that print diplomas?
They say they don't know.
Come on, they did
And
not
I,
ask.
They say they don't
and I
know.
My
even
friend, they
learned
did not
that
ask.
They say they don't
the
They
know.
did not ask.
transcript
They
in the
did not
United
ask.
Okay, why
States
Tinubu not
is
show
more
you?
important
Why did you
Tell me
than
now you the
result
power
of
to
the
no
this?
loss.
certificate itself.
Tell me now you
And I
now
called,
you the power to
Why
no
are you
loss.
and I
defending
even
Tinubu?
called my
No.
boss. You heard what I said now.
Yeah.
I learned that, or I gathered that the transcript in the United States of America is more. I'm talking about in the schools.
Yes.
There is more important than the certificate itself.
No, anybody that's listening to us living in America will tell you that. Yesterday,
And I called my boss. No, he's in US.
he's
now.
in US, all right.
I interviewed him, and he said, "Forget about certificate. What they recognize, what they value, is this transcript."
One person can have.
That was what BBC investigated.
Listen, one
And they
person,
found that this guy
one
was
person, one person can decide to print 5 certificates in America. Come on, man, don't
We are
be
in
don't be
Nigeria.
local. You're a local man.
Let's do
What?
Okay,
this.
I think we have
Local
Udeze.
man.
I think we have
We are in
Udeze
Nigeria.
online.
Oh, is he calling back?
Yeah, Udeze is calling back. No, I
Let's do
mentioned
this
it
like
the
we're
other
in
time
Nigeria.
that Udeze said
It
what
pops
is
up.
so is fake.
No, you cannot. You
That's
cannot.
what
You
he
cannot.
said.
You cannot. You
Hello,
cannot justify that.
hello,
You need
hello,
what?
Mr.
He
Mike.
said what is submitted.
Hello,
No,
Mr.
he
Mike.
needs to get who the vendor was.
All right.
Hello,
That's
Mr.
he
Mike.
needs to find out who the vendor is.
They don't need to say anything much here.
But this
Hello,
guy,
Mr. Mike.
this
Hello.
oh God, why is this
Yes,
not
let's hear him. I can reply him. Like
Niyi,
Yeah, please,
Hello, good morning.
Mr. Mike.
You
Can
Please,
can you hear you?
but it's not clear.
please, I just want to
Hello,
ask
good morning.
Mr. Lee just one single question this
You are back
morning.
again.
Yes, please, I'm sorry for disturbing your program, but I
You
need
don't
to
mute.
ask, I
You
want
don't
to
mute his mic.
engage Lee this morning with just one simple question. Good morning, Mr. Lee. Just want to ask you, Lee, please.
I can
Tinubu
hear
went
you.
to
Go
the,
ahead.
yeah, Tinubu went to university at Chicago. Good and fine. He's a graduate. Good and fine. Mr. Lee. Now, Mr. Lee, you recall that when Tinubu went to the Chatham House in London, that he stated it categorically that he has accepted, he has received his certificate from the Chicago State University, his original certificate. Good. Now, that certificate was available in the hands of Tinubu before he filled the forms, his INEC form, to become the president of Nigeria. Now, Mr. Niyi, with all sincerity of the heart, why then did Tinubu, instead of submitting that same certificate he received from from Chicago State University, he went ahead to submit a total different certificate that doesn't exist? Why? This is what I want you to explain to us so that we can understand. So before you start making this argument, you know where the issue lies. He has his certificate already, because you, for instance, you are taking one year, you went to the university. And if you are seeking for an employment somewhere, you will go with that same certificate that your school issued to you. You don't need to go through the back door and get another certificate that doesn't exist somewhere. That amounts to prejudice and the perjury, which is punishable and a crime under the Nigerian Constitution. Thank you. I have finished, Mr. Ani. I need you to reply my questions. If Tinubu has his original certificate, which he already affirmed in the Chatham House that he has it, then why did he submit a total different fake certificate that doesn't exist to INEC? Why? Answer us.
So what I'm saying